and Sam Shamoun cannot refute Imam, Sheikh, Doctor, Prophet of Allah, Adnan Rasid. Now I say to you from now, nobody can refute those people. I'm just saying, you don't even try. They are genius. We have a very, like, you know, in order to debate somebody, he have to be, I mean, you have to be even close to his knowledge and his education and his intelligence. Otherwise, what are you doing? I feel sorry for David and Sam. They are struggling with this guy. They are no match. Anyway, you know, actually yesterday when they were live, I got notification. You know, usually I'm not, I don't watch videos of others usually, but just for fun. So I clicked to see, and I saw like they are refuting this mad person, Adnan Rasid. Let us not to waste time. Let me tell you how the whole argument is wrong from the beginning. You see, the Christians, and you know, I love both David Wood and Sam Shamoun, they try always to defend the Bible. But what's your problem? You see, this Abdul is trying to prove to you that the Bible of Allah is corrupt. So what's your problem? He lost the debate before he started. Because if you are saying to me that the target is to prove that the Bible is corrupt, as we see in the video of Adnan Rasid. If we ask the Muslim, okay, the Bible we are talking about is the Bible of who? Is it the Bible of the Christian? No, you are a liar. This is the Bible of Allah, because Muslims believe that Allah, He sent the Torah and He sent the Gospel. If we go in the Quran, we will find this. Just to show you that the idea itself proving the stupidity of the one who come with it. The Muslims striving, working hard to prove to us that the book of Allah is corrupted. Good for you. Your God Allah is a shish kebab potato. Anyone can spank him and change his book. This is what you are saying to us. We agree. Is that your Quran? Chapter 3, verse number 3. It is He who sent what? He sent the books. Which books? And by the way, the translation here, as usual, it's false. They say confirming what went before it. It says in Arabic, مُصَدِّقًا لِمَا بَيْنَ يَدَيْهِ, confirming what is between his hands. So look, the same verse saying that the Quran confirming what is between their hands, between his hand, which is the Torah, as you see, and the Gospel. However, as long as the Muslims are saying that Allah, He sent the Gospel, which is called the Torah to Moses, and the Gospel which sent to Isa, as you see in front of you. So the Muslims are trying to convince you that we have a God, His name is Allah, He's a potato, He's an idiot. He sent 124,000 prophets, all their books are gone. If we ask the Muslims, okay, the Quran says that Abraham, he have books. Where is the books of Abraham? صحف إبراهيم وموسى. Where is the books of Abraham and the books of Moses? Who is the one who sent it? Allah. So Allah sent books. Allah cannot preserve His books. Allah obviously cannot be God. For God, nobody can win against Him. You see, when you have a book, you are the one in charge of preserving the book, not a human being. A human being died. Human being is corrupt. Human being is a sinner. This is why supposedly God, He sent messengers, because a human being is corrupt. So the Muslim, he do his best to prove to us that he have a God, His name is Allah, He's a Fifi, He's a Susu, He's a Dudu. Anyone can change His books and no one can do anything about it. Additional to that, we have to add that in Islam, nothing happened except by the will of Allah, which means if the book is corrupted, it must be the will of Allah to be corrupted. And the Quran confirmed that all over. Chapter 64, verse number 11, as an example. In the hadith, Muhammad, he confirmed what it's called al-qadr, destiny, that Allah, he write your deeds before he create you, which means the bad and the good. So the one who did the bad and corrupt the Bible, Allah, he wrote for him corrupt the Bible. So the one who corrupted the Bible of Allah, not our Bible. Remember, the Muslims are talking about the Bible of Allah. We Christians, we don't approve that Allah gave us anything. We have nothing to do with him. So this is the problem between them and between their God. So why the Christian want to defend? Agree with them. The second you say to him, I agree with you, your God, Allah, his books is corrupt, and this is an additional reason not to trust Allah. Because look, the Muslims are saying to us, Allah, he sent 124,000 prophets, as Muslims agree. All those prophets, their book is corrupt, which means the books of Allah, 120,000 prophet or books, their books is gone except one. Who can trust Allah after that? Imagine you put somebody in a library. You tell him this is the key for a library, and this library have 124,000 books. And then we come back, and then we find in the library only one book left in the shelf. Can you trust this person again? So what the Muslim is saying to us, that we have a God, he's a mad God, he's a stupid God, he sent his books and he don't have intention to preserve the books. Because why he is not preserving them? Because he don't have intention. And actually he is giving them hands. Because when you give them now a book and this book will be corrupted, that means this book will be a tool of the devil against the people. So you are not helping, you are helping the devil. This is number one, stupidity they come with. Take note. So when a Muslim, he says to you, the Bible, the Torah corrupt, say to him, the Bible of Allah is corrupt, no problem. That is a proof that Allah cannot be God, for he cannot preserve his books. While the Quran says clearly, لا مبدل لكلمة الله, nobody can change the word of Allah. So how Allah, he says nobody can change the word of Allah? And you are saying to me, Allah's word is changed. The Muslim, they will say to you, oh, this is about the Quran. Where it says it about the Quran? Where it says? Do you see? It says no one can change the word of Allah. Everywhere. وَلَا مُبَدِّلَ لِكَلِمَاتِ اللَّهِ. He didn't say to the Quran. And none can alter the words of Allah. So the Abdul, they say to us, no, you can alter the word of Allah. And then they say this is only about the Quran. That is a stupid promise, because if this is true, that means Allah is an idiot. He liked the Quran only. He don't care for the rest. And that means he wasted his time, all those centuries writing books, sending them down, and he don't care for them. He liked the Quran only. You see how stupid it is? Now, going to the topic. What is the topic? The one who is making the videos, if you are copying my video, cut this part and start now a new episode. This guy, Adnan Rasid, is a genius. And I will show you how genius he is. He is going to show you why you should believe the Quran. Okay, Adnan Rasid, why? Tell us please why.
But they claim that he did not know what was in the Bible. I will prove to you that the author of the Quran knew what was in the Bible well. God Almighty knew what the Christians and the Jews had done with the scripture, with the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Be my witness, the Christians and the Jews, what they done. Now we can show you tons of verses confirming the Bible, confirming the Torah, and even he's a prophet. He took an oath on the Torah. So if you're a prophet, took an oath in the Torah, that means you're a prophet is a fraud. For how the Torah is corrupted, as you say, the Jews and the Christian, you just said that. The Jews and the Christian, what they done to the Bible, right? So how you're a fraud? You're a fraud prophet. He say, I amantu biki. وَبِمَنْ أَرْسَلَكِ. I believe in thee. He told them, bring me the Torah. And then the Torah was brought. And then he placed his hand over it and he said, I believe in thee and the one who revealed thee. So I am going to go with you. The Torah is corrupt, and now you're a prophet. He is taking an oath by the corrupt Torah. That means he must be a corrupt prophet, because there is no way any man, he have a little decency, he will swear by a book which is corrupted. Saying, I believe in thee. Not only he says, I take oath, I believe in thee and the one who sent thee. He believe in thee, and it's corrupt. Tell us more about your proofs. It's a comedy time.
With the Torah of Moses, we will tell you how we know that.
How we know.
Now, I'll give you one example.
Give us.
Amazingly, the Quran mentions similar stories that are found in the Bible, but it does not repeat the mistakes. Now, it is impossible for Muhammad, peace be upon him, to be an archaeologist, to be a historian.
Stop. Come on. The prophet, he is Dr. Muhammad. He knew about medicine. He knew that one seed can solve all the disease. He ordered you to drink camel urine. He is the one who says 7 ajwa will stop any magic and any poison. And you are telling me he is not historian. He is the one who quote for us names nobody heard of them. Continue.
To be a linguist par excellence in order to know all these stories that have only come to light in the 19th century. I'll give you one quick example how I know the author of the Quran knew what was in the Bible, and he knew the errors, the mistakes of the Bible which were not put down in the Quran. The story of Joseph in chapter 12, it makes a distinction between the king of Egypt in the time of Joseph, which was the old kingdom, and the king of Egypt at the time of Moses. Amazingly, the Quranic text makes a distinction between the two kings when it comes to their titles. Amazingly, shockingly, surprisingly. And I will give you the details very quickly right now.
Please.
And this is to prove that the author of the Quran knew exactly what was in the Bible and what was inaccurate historically. And this was an inaccuracy in the text of the Bible. The king at the time of Joseph, which was the old kingdom, nearly 19th century BC or the 20th century BC, whenever Joseph lived, whatever chronology you may choose to follow, but that was definitely the old kingdom. At that time, the title Pharaoh was not used for the kings of Egypt. This much is very, very clear historically. An Egyptologist who deciphered the Egyptian language, the hieroglyphs, they have made it very clear that there was a family called the Hyksos. They were governing Egypt at the time. Hyksos kings were not known as pharaohs. They were simply called Humph, H-M-F, which literally means Your Majesty. Or this is how they were referred to. It was in the time of Moses, later on, somewhere around 14th century BC or 15th century BC, when the title Pharaoh was used for kings. Now, when we go to the text of the Bible, in the book of Genesis, the king of Egypt is called Pharaoh in the time of Abraham. The king of Egypt is called Pharaoh in the time of Joseph. The king of Egypt is called Pharaoh in the time of Moses. Amazingly, the Quran does not repeat this historical error. The Quran, referring to the king of Egypt in chapter 12, Surah Yusuf, calls him the king, simply the king, Malik. The title Malik for the king is there in chapter 12 of the Quran when the story of Joseph is being told. But when we come to Moses, in the Quran, the king suddenly turns into Pharaoh. His title is Pharaoh, the Pharaoh. Now this is a subtle point in the Quran, but it is an accurate one.
Let us see how accurate it is. Everybody will start laughing at you in 2 seconds. Be my witness. This guy, he just gave us a tool to get him busted with no mercy. You see, the Muslims, he just said and confirmed that the Quran distinguished between the Pharaoh and the king. So it was not a mistake to distinguish, correct? We cannot say it was a mistake no more. So he cannot take now, this is back and put it in the fridge, and he say, I did not say that. Actually, he is just copying articles of Muslims. He is no one. He don't even know how to read his book. But if we ask, first, we are talking about who? We are talking about a guy, his name is Moses. Right? So, as long as we are talking about names, let us go first to Moses and then we will go to the Pharaoh. Step by step. Who is Moses in Islam? Who is this person? His name is Moses. According to Muslims, Moses is the son of Imran. This is the book of Al-Bidayah and Al-Nihaya. وَهُوَ مُوسَى بْنُ عُمْرَان. We can show you in this books, all of them, saying that Moses is the son of Imran. العذب النمير من مجالس الشنقيطي التفسير. All Quran tafsir agree that Moses is the son of Imran. From here we start. This is a chapter 3, verse number, actually just start from the name. What the name is? Al Imran. Al Imran. Okay. What Alu mean? What Al mean? You see, the problem is we are debating idiots who do not know how to read their books. So if we go right now and we type in the Quran, I will copy the word as it is. You know, oh, you cannot copy it, so we have, just to show you the stupidity. Let us type the word Al first. The search engine is stupid. Al in Arabic mean the family of Imran. Al, or the family of anyone. As an example, let us start show you some examples. Chapter 15, verse number 59. The people of Lut is the family of Lut, not just people, they are his family. This is why he saved only the family. He did not save the people, he saved only the so what is the word here? Al. Al Lut, the family of Lut. More. Here you will see Al Yaqub. Al Yaqub, the children of Yaqub, the family of Yaqub. Read it. Al Yaqub. So what Al mean? The second we put Al before the name. That mean the first is a word mean family. The second is a name, not a title. Let us continue. Al Yaqub again. Al Lut, chapter 27, verse number 56. All of them, you know, except the family of Lut. And you see, you can change the translation. If you don't like translation, certain translation, you can change it. All of them for me, they are shish kebab, they mean nothing, because we can go right now to the interpretation and you will see all of them agree that those are the family of those people. Al. You see, I said to you that this is his family. We save not except his family. So when he say Al, he's speaking about what? His family. So they ask him to kick out of Al Lut, or to get them out, and we saved only who got out? His family. Chapter 27, verse number 57 and 56. More. Chapter 19, verse number 6. Chapter 15, verse 61. I mean, it's all over. The family of Jacob. Al Yaqub. Continue. And now suddenly we find فَالْتَقَطْهُ آلُ فَرْعَوْنَ. And look at the translation here, how it changed. Suddenly it says, instead of saying the family of the Pharaoh, it says the people of the Pharaoh. But all of us, we knew that even in Islamic books the one who picked up the Pharaoh, Moshe, it was the family of the Pharaoh, not the people of the Pharaoh. You go to the Arabic, you will see it says فَالْتَقَطْهُ آلُ فِرْعَوْنَ, again the family of Pharaoh. And here we see another mistake where it says Fir'aun wa Haman. So this is confirmed that Muhammad, he considered Fir'aun as a man who have a name. His name is Pharaoh, not a title. In Arabic, my friend, when we have a title, we add the before it. As an example, if I want to say the name of Christ in Arabic, I don't say Christ, I say Al-Masih. Al-Masih. Why we say Al-Masih? For it is a title, not a name. We don't say Al-Muhammad. Al-Masih. When we speak about the name of the Messiah, we say Isa in the Quran, right? But when we speak about his title, as you see in chapter 3, verse number 45, you see it says, the Al-Masih Isa ibn Maryam. So before that, Masih, there's Al. Why it is Al? For now it is a title. The Quran did not say Al-Fir'aun. The Quran says Fir'aun. The same as he say Isa. The same he say Maryam. The same he say Aaron. The same he say Musa. So the Quran confirm that this is an Al, present a family of a man, his name is etc. Let us give more proofs for the idiot who will not listen whatever we say anyway. Let us show you more. If we go, how Allah present Abraham family? Did he say Al Ibrahim? Yes. Al Ibrahim wa Al Imran. Chapter 4, verse number 54. The translation here, they say the people of Abraham. The fact, no. For Abraham only was going around with his family. So it says, Ali Ibrahim. Now if we go and see the interpretation, they agree that the translation is wrong, because it says the family of Ibrahim. If we change the translation, let us see. Because Abraham, he did not go with his tribe, you know, it's just his family. Read. The house of Abraham. Look how translation changed. The house of Abraham. The house of Abraham. We have more to show. As an example, when the Quran speak about individual, he mentioned them by name. When he speak about their family, he add the word Al before them. Chapter 12, verse number 6. And then Allah, he bestowed his mercy or his blessing upon what? Upon Al Yaqub, the family of Jacob. So what Al confirmed all over the Quran? It is a family. You put it before a name of a person, that will make him the family of that person. The family of the person. Al Yaqub. And right away we hear the name of Joseph here. And the guy he's spoken about him, that he did not say king. The Quran says, so it did not say Pharaoh, he say king. Because the idiot Muhammad, he think that Pharaoh is the name. And he do not know the name of that king, so he called the one in the time of Musa, he called him Pharaoh because he think this is his name. This is why he keeps saying Al Fir'aun. Let us show more reference for the idiots. إن الله اصطفى آدم ونوح وآل إبراهيم وآل عمران. Translation please. Allah preferred Adam and Noah and Al Ibrahim. You see the family here? Each time you see that with family, Al Ibrahim. Al Imran. So Al, it's proven all over the Quran to be what? To be the family. Now, did Allah, he call Pharaoh, speaking about him, saying the same as he spoke about Al Ibrahim? Yes, he did that all over the Quran. So if we go back here, are we learning, guys? Are we having fun? Do you see how we get them busted? Do you see how easy? This is what happened when an idiot, he started talking. He opened his mouth. Look at this. Chapter 2, verse number 248. It says here, Alu Musa's wa Alu Harun. Alu Musa's wa Alu Harun. Okay, but Musa and Aaron, they are brothers, correct? So Al cannot be the people of Aaron and the people of Musa, because this is the same people. Correct? Let us read the translation. Alu Musa's and Alu Aaron, Alu Harun. Read carefully. And the family of Musa's and the family of Aaron. So what Al mean? Al in Arabic mean, the second we add it before a singular name, that's mean this is the family of the person. As simple as that. What about dictionary? Do dictionary confirm that? Absolutely. Here we go. This is the Arabic dictionary. If you use it before a name, what will mean? Family, house, kindred, kinsfolk, the people, relatives. Giving you all the options. And this is a Muslim dictionary. And anyone goes right now, see Al Saud. We say the family of Saud. What do we say? Al Saud. Al Nahyan, the princes of in the Gulf, in Bahrain, and in those families. Al Nahyan, the family of Nahyan. Al Saud, the family of Saud, the royal family of Saud. So Al is a word you added before the name of an individual, and that make it his family. And as you see, unless you want to say the Quran is a stupid book, in order to get out of the trouble, the Muslim, they try to translate saying, oh no, hold on, Al before Pharaoh does not mean the family of Pharaoh. No, it does mean that the family of Pharaoh. We can prove it so easy, because all the Quran speak about Al. As you see, it's a family. Now if we go to more reference, if we search for Mr. Al, or the word Al, Al Fir'aun. How many times Muhammad, he keeps saying Al Fir'aun? And we save you from Al Fir'aun. Who is the one in charge of the kingdom? Pharaoh and his family, the royal family. Who was it chasing them? Pharaoh and his army, and including all the leaders who they are from his family. This is why we see one of the family of the Pharaoh, he was not agreeing with the Pharaoh. You cannot disagree with the Pharaoh unless you are with the family, unless you are a prince or son of the king, or maybe his brother. All of this is Al Fir'aun, Al Fir'aun, Al Fir'aun, all over the Quran. Look carefully. In Arabic it says, when you want to say the people of someone, you say Qawm, Qawmihi, Qawm. Qawm and Al are different. Al, we showed you from the Quran, mean a family of someone. Qawm mean the people of someone. As an example, You will see the Quran itself calling the people of Pharaoh Qawm. He called them what? Qawm. Let us see. Chapter 7, verse number 109. The quality people of the Pharaoh, like his leaders, from Qawm Pharaoh. You see, this is the people of Pharaoh, not his family. There's no al no more. Qawm mean the people. And who is the one who talked to the Pharaoh? That's normal. The quality. Ministers, etc. That's why we see he mentioned Haman, and Haman is a mistake because Haman was not exist in the time of the Pharaoh, and he was not exist. I mean, in that time, he was not exist in Egypt. This guy is a minister all the way from far from Iraq. How this is end to be Haman with the Pharaoh? Qawm Pharaoh. All those verses says Qawm Pharaoh. وَنَادَى فَرْعَوْنَ فِي قَوْمِهِ. And Pharaoh, he called in his people. Isn't it me who is the king of Egypt? Why he didn't say, isn't it me who is the Pharaoh of Egypt? أَلَيْسَ لِي مُلْكُ مِصْرٍ. Isn't it the kingdom of Egypt? I am the king of it. Click the translation just to show you the stupidity when they translate too. No, they make a dominion. What dominion? It says mulk. I am the king of Egypt. And this is the word in Arabic. Is it for me the mulk of Misr? Change the translator. This is Yusuf Ali. Let us see a different one. Usually they copy from each other, you know. Let us see Mr. Maududi Dudi. Dominion. Let us see a different one. The kingdom. Don't I own the kingdom of Egypt? Simply he's saying, I am the king of Egypt. So the Pharaoh, he said to his people, and here we don't see the word al, we say qawmah. Ya qawm, alaysa li milku Misr? Oh, my people, isn't it me who is the king of Egypt? So why Pharaoh? He's saying, isn't it me, the Pharaoh of Egypt? If Pharaoh is a title, why he don't say that? He should say, well, because Pharaoh supposedly is a title for the king, correct? He did not say Pharaoh, he says mulk. Now the Muslim here might say to you, well, mulk, he is not saying I am a king. He did not use the word king, he says mulk. No, he's saying that because mulk is me being a king of this place. I own it. Coming from the word Malik is coming from the word, he owned. So all the reference take us to one place that Muhammad is always considering the Pharaoh as a person, as a name. And we have more reference actually. The idiot, he said that his book is getting it right. However, in case you do not know, all Islamic scholars, they come with their own fiction. As an example, what is the name of the Pharaoh in the time of Moses? Ibn Kathir, Tafsir al-Tabari, etc. They say here that the name of the Pharaoh in the time of Moses was his name Al-Walid ibn Mus'ab. Al-Walid ibn Mus'ab. And this is an article here, but let us see. Tafsir al-Tabari. Tafsir al-Quran al-Azim. تفسير القرآن لابن أبي الربيع. I'm just trying to find where it says. I did not open them, by the way, to see what it says exactly, but I will consider the one which it says what is the name. Let me find you the reference exactly, so we can give even the name. All right. Let us see here. This is an article. We don't want article. We want tafsir. All right. This is Ibn Kathir. He is saying, Fir'aun, the one who was in the time of Moses, his name is Al-Walid ibn Mus'ab ibn al-Rayyan. The Pharaoh is an Arab. However, this is stupid. So we will not consider it because it's so stupid to be true. I mean, even the name of the Pharaoh is an Arab. Stupidity. Where they got this? From Muhammad companion. Right? However, let us see academic study made by Muslim scholars in history. Muslim scholars in history. This is, I'm not done, by the way, about reference, just hold on. We are just showing extra stuff. This is the official newspaper of Al-Ahram, very well known newspaper in Egypt. Published April 26, as it says in the top. I'm not sure. Oh no, sorry, this is 2016. Here it says that Al-Bahith Al-Athari Ahmad Nuruddin, he's a Muslim like you. He kills a black stone, he bow down to Allah, and he drink camel urine. The researcher of history, Ahmad Nuruddin, he said there is many evidence that the Quran speak about Pharaoh as a name of a person, and it is not a title. Now why? Let us see why he is saying that, and that in total agreement of what a Christian prince he said to you. I'm going to translate the text for you so you can see how this person he got that the Pharaoh never mentioned as a title in the Quran. All right, very simple. As I said to you, in Arabic, before the title we have to add L. We have to add L. Let us see where it says that. Let me find what he said exactly. Give me a second, so we don't keep flipping the page up and down. All right. Here we go. We read, and in the reference of the proof that the Quran, the generous Quran, calling in many places the Pharaoh for the Quran come as nakira غير معرفة. Nakira mean like in Arabic when we add al, as I said to you, that make it known. You know, like if you want to say a specific person, so you add al before that if it is a title, as we said, and that proves that it is a name. Ismu alam, it's a name of a human. It is not a title or a description or a name of a job like king or emperor, and this is why it's mentioned al Hakim Fir'aun 74 time in the Quran, in this his example. All of it coming as nakira, which means not without the L before, as you see, biduni L, which is a clear evidence that it is a name of a person by itself. And nowhere it's mentioned in the Quran that it is polar pharaoh, like many pharaoh, or pharaohin. Like, in Arabic we say pharaohs, many pharaohs, Now let us translate. Maybe my translation is a lie. Translate to English. All of you will see and you will laugh. And remember, the one who is saying, agreeing with the Christian Prince, is a Muhammadan. He is a scientist in history, writing in the middle of Egypt. The page could not be translated. Hold on, let me open it with Google browser. Give me a second. All right, we open the same page in Google browser so we can translate the page. And this is the scientist himself, live on TV, proving that this is what happened. As you see, this is his picture. And this is Al-Ahram, one of the most biggest, powerful newspaper in Egypt. You see, in Egypt, if you say something against Islam, this newspaper will be burned immediately, and everybody there will be killed. The title is Pharaoh was a name of a human, not a title. Let us translate to English in the front of your eyes. Pharaoh is a name, like here the name is coming like science name. It's a name mentioned in the Quran, and it was not a title for the ruler in Egypt. Do you see it, idiot? Let us continue down. What is the proof of this guy is saying? He's saying there's confusion. Many they think that the Pharaoh was a title or a ruler. No. The Quran did not say that. You are confused, Abdul. Your prophet was right, and you are an idiot. And now he will change his position. If scientists they say his name, this was not a title, it was a name, he will accept right away. He will say, "Oh, this is science now." All right. So let us read together. The scientist, he emphasized the word bara or Pharaoh is administrative, okay, let us go, and then what we want is the Quran. As for the evidence in the Holy Quran, he said that there is many, including that the word Pharaoh in the Quran found as an noble, which means it's not like as I told you, nakira, like it's usually when you call somebody by a name, like you say Isa, there's no need to say that Isa, because you are talking to him. Isa is known. You just gave him his name, not a title. So, which indicate that it's a name of the person, not a title. You see, Google translation is not correct, but it does the job. It is not a title or adjective or a position. Like a king or an emperor, the name or the name of a ruler was mentioned as Pharaoh 74 times in the Quran.